I'm a conspiracy theorist, and sometimes conspiracy theories are true, and sometimes they're false. Now, Michael Jackson, it's no secret he had his share of allegations, defamation, scandals.
Before you label or condemn me, don't treat me like a criminal, because I am innocent.
And to be honest, I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Like a huge Michael Jackson fan. With that being said, I did some digging, and boy did I dig. Now, here's the facts. During the 90s, Michael Jackson was accused of a lot of things, but nothing ever stuck until 2005.
At 12:05 today, Michael Jackson was taken into custody at the Santa Barbara airport.
He was famously arrested and ultimately went through the most publicized trial ever.
In the last few weeks, a large amount of ugly, malicious information has been released into the media about me.
And after hundreds of interviews, thousands of hours of investigation by the FBI, thousands of pages of documents,
please keep an open mind and let me have my day in court. I deserve a fair trial like every other American citizen. They turned my room upside down, went through all my books, all my videotapes, all my private things, and they found nothing that can say Michael Jackson did this.
Michael was still found innocent. I mean, they tried everything. They even tried to get his label mate, Aaron Carter, the brother of the Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter, to lie and say Michael did things to him.
After I left the party, I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened.
I mean, nothing really. I mean, we played video games. The thing is with that whole thing is that, you know, they go, oh, you slept in the same bedroom as him. It's like, I don't think you understand. Michael Jackson's bedroom is 2 stories.
And I'm like, what do you mean, tell them what happened? And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money?
Mr. Jackson has been repeatedly advised by those who stood to make fortunes in his business affairs to pay money rather than face certain false allegations. He did pay money.
That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving. What the f is this?
I mean, those headlines would have swept the world.
The media wanted to see him go to prison. The media had a lot at stake.
Here's my conspiracy. It all boils down to money. Publicly, Michael went at Sony. Back in 2002, he publicly went at the head of Sony, Tommy Mottola.
Tommy Mottola is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
And just 3 years later, charges randomly popped up and Michael was finally arrested. This is crazy. Upon doing this video, I came across researching Tommy Mottola, and the things that I seen is crazy. Like, for instance, I don't know if you heard about him, Mariah Carey, and the J-Lo situation, but we'll save that for another video. Why did Michael go at Tommy? It's no secret Michael did not like touring. He didn't like it at all.
I go through hell. I go through hell touring. I don't like it though. I know, but
so he made sure he can do things that can sustain his wealthy lifestyle instead of touring, which was by publishing.
Michael wasn't broke. He just didn't have the liquid cash. He had the assets. He didn't have the liquid money.
Purchasing his first catalog back in 1985, and he did it with Sony. They were 50-50 partners, even partners.
And what do the headlines say? Michael owned 50% of Sony.
The publishing company that they acquired together was ATV Music Publishing. They acquired the catalogs of the Beatles.
I bought the Beatles. Yeah. While I'm doing the video with the Beatles. That's gangster.
He owned a significant portion of Elvis's catalog. Who's more popular than them 2 guys?
Little Richard, Chuck Berry, the Supremes. And then years later, he purchased another major publishing company, Famous Music Publishing.
He owned Babyface, Beyonce knows, Eminem, and it goes on and on and on.
He owned Shakira, AC/DC, Sly and the Family Stone, the Jackson 5, Boyz II Men. Michael was ahead of his time. I mean, he's seen things in music that a lot of people weren't able to see. Michael was not only one of the greatest musicians to ever live, these early moves made Michael one of the most smartest musicians to ever live.
And if all this was sold today, the estate would probably get between 40 and 50 billion dollars.
I own half of Sony's publishing and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it.
He understood early in his career that the record business, they don't really care about you.
The record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can.
And looking back on it, Michael got louder with his fight against the record companies. Listen to a song, they don't really care about us.
Hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me.
Michael outsmarted Sony.
They never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
I know this may sound crazy with conspiracy theories, but my guess is that Sony didn't want Michael to be their even partner. I mean, think about it. This is Sony, and a 50-50 partnership with Michael Jackson, it just didn't sit right with them.
All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
I mean, just think about it. Sony Music Publishing, the first quarter of this year alone, they brought in $2.18 billion. So with all that, I have to say, am I overthinking about my conspiracy that Michael didn't die accidentally?
You can never break me, will me, thrill me, you can never kill me.
It was deeper than what the media showed. A lot of his allegations were lies because of his business handlings. Or am I just overthinking? If you want to hear more on this conspiracy, hit that follow sign. I'll make sure to follow up.
I've always said, you know, good art never dies.